Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I'll be showing you how to cut a pant. So the materials you'll be needing for this class will include your hip curve, and then this is your pant curve, right? You need your long ruler, you need your scissors, your paper scissors, and then you need your protractor to get your angle 45, and then you also need a French curve, armhole curve. So this is I'm using a marker pen, but because it's a tutorial, so when you're doing yours, you should use pencil and eraser. Okay, from my start line I came down 2 inches. So you mark your 2 inches, you mark it down, and then you connect with your, that's from the tip of your paper, and then you connect with your ruler, okay, with a straight line. And then from the edge of this paper here, from the edge of your paper, this part here, so you come in, you measure 1 inch. So you measure 1 inch, you measure 1 inch down. So you connect with your ruler also. Use your straight ruler to connect down. Okay, these are the measurements we'll be needing for this class. So this is my waist. My waist is around your waist circumference. So the waist circumference is 13. Now 30 divided by 4. 30 divided by 4 will give me 7.5. So the 7.5 I'm adding 2, give me 9.5. So my thigh circumference, your thigh, around your thigh, 25 plus 2 equals to 27, then divide by 2. So for your waist, you are dividing your waist by 4, then you are adding 2. While for your thigh, you are dividing, you add 2, then divide by 2. That is it. So that's my 25 plus 2, 27 divided by 2, give me 13.5. So for my ankle circumference, your ankle 12.5, my ankle is 12.5, divide by 4, give me 3.1. When my single knee circumference is 8, 18 divided by 4, 18 divided by 4 will give me 4.5. Then you need your waist to knee, waist to ankle. So every measurement, you are dividing your waist circumference, you're dividing your ankle circumference, your single knee circumference by 4. So the only thing you're not dividing by 4 is your thigh. You're dividing your thigh by 2. You add 2 and then you divide it by 2. So this is what we'll be needing for this to draft our pants. So now that we've marked our start line, and then we've also marked our 1 inch line. Okay, I forgot to add my body rise. Body rise is 12.5. So body rise is 12.5. So from this start line here, I'll mark our body rise. The body rise I have here is 12.5. So I'll mark my 12.5, and then I'll come down here, mark 12.5, then I'll mark 12.5, and then I'll use my straight ruler to connect. So this will be my body rise line. Body rise. I'll mark my waist to knee. So this is our waistline. So this is the waistline. This is the body rise, and they will mark my waist to knee. My measurement is 25. So from here, I'll mark my 25. I'll mark 25. Then I'll also connect with a ruler. Okay. So the next thing I'll be up from waist to ankle. So I'll move this up, and then I'll measure my waist to ankle. So on my waist to ankle is 44. So I'll mark my 44 here. So this is my 44. So I'll also connect with my ruler. So this is my ankle. So now this is my ankle, and this is my knee. Okay, so we've gotten all our lines now. So we'll start imputing our measurements. Okay, our waist measurement is 9.5. So from here now, you can see here I'm marking my 9.5. My 9.5 will start from this place here. So I'll mark my 9.5 here. Okay. So I'll also come down here and mark the same 9.5. So and then I will connect with a straight. Okay. Okay. Now I want to impute my thigh circumference. My thigh circumference, that's my round thigh. So round thigh, remember, is 25 plus 2 divided by 2. So what I have is 13.5. So my 13.5 will start from here. Please, I need you to pay attention to this part. So my 13.5 will start from, remember my waist started from after my 1 inch. So but now this my 13.5 will start from the tip of my paper. The tip of my paper, the edge of my paper rather. So I'll mark my 13.5 here. Okay, so I'll mark my 13.5. So this is my thigh circumference. Okay, so now I want to get the crotch line here. So what I will do now is to divide this, what I have here. So what I have here, I have about 3 inches. So 3 inches, you can see I divided from this line here to the end of my thigh circumference. All I have is 3 inches. So 3 inches divided by 2 is 1.5. So 1.5 minus 0.5 will give me 1. Okay, so I have my 1. So this will be my 1. So I'll need my protractor to get my angle 45. Okay, so remember, this is how you place your protractor. So you can see this straight line here. You can see this straight line here that is marked 90. So this straight line will be on this straight line. So I'll place the straight line and then look for 45. Okay, so this is the straight line, and then I'll look for 45. So this is 40. You can see 40, and then this is 45. The midpoint between 40 and 50 will give me 45. So I'll place the protractor on, and then this ruler, you can see this part here, this black line will be on my line here. So I will make sure the 90 is on the line here, and then I'll mark 45. So this is my angle 45. So this is where I'm going to mark my 1 inch. Remember how we got this one is this part, divide it into 2, then minus 0.5. I'll have my 1 inch here. So this is my 1 inch. So I will use my hip curve now to connect from here. I'll connect it to this point here. Okay, so just look for a way to connect. Make sure it's touching it. Okay. Okay, so I've gotten my front crotch curve now. After getting this, so I'll connect. Remember my body rise, I started marking from here. So this is my 13.5. So I'll connect using my hip curve now. I'll connect from this body rise to my waist. Okay, so I'll connect to my waist. So what I have here is I divided it from here. I measured to this point here, and then I got the midpoint. And then what I'll measure from here to this place here. So what I have 6 to 8. So I'll come here. I'll come to my knee line. So this is my knee line, not this. This is the original knee line. So this is my 6 to 8, and then I'll come down to the ankle. I'll mark 6 to 8. So I need a straight line from my crotch line down. I'll get my long ruler, and then I'll connect it from my crotch line, knee line, and then to my ankle line. So this is my straight line. Okay, so now what I need to do now is to start imputing my measurements. My single knee circumference is 18 divided by 4 will give me 4.5. So I'll mark 4.5 here and 4.5 here. 4.5, and then this is my 4.5. here. So on my ankle is 12.5 divided by 4, give me 3.1. So I'll mark my 3.1 here, 3.1 here, and then 3.1. Okay. So I will now connect with a ruler. Connect the points with a ruler. So next is, so I'll connect from my crotch measurements, my body rise to this point here. So can you see? So now I'll connect my crotch to my knee line. So you can see, so this is where this pant curve comes in. So you see this part that goes in, this part that goes in. So this part that can see it goes in like this. So this is where you place your curve. And so for those without a curve, so for those without a pant curve, okay, so what you need to do is to get your straight ruler, connect from this your crotch line here with a straight ruler to this point, to this your knee line. Then look for the midpoint. When you look for the midpoint, you mark it, then you come into a 1/8, that's 0.18. So you come in, you see one of the strokes from here to here, so you come in on that part you mark, and then you connect, So for those without a pant curve, okay, so this part is meant to go in a bit, it's not meant to be straight. So if you use a straight ruler, you won't be doing it well. Okay, so this is about all for the front. So remember, this is our center front. So this is the center front of our part. Okay, so that is it. So what you may want to do is to put your dart. So if you want to sew your dart, remember we added 2 inches to our measurement. Okay, so you can decide to sew your dart. So if you want to sew your dart, so what you can do is to come in from here 4 inches, come in from your center front 4 inches, or you divide your waist into 2, you get the center line. That leg, so that leg is about 5 inches. So, and your dart is not meant to be straight, so it should be a bit slanty. So you just bring it and then you connect. So your dart should be 0.5. That's your dart should be about ½ inch. So this is your ½ inch, so you get 2.05, 0.25, and then you mark, come down your 5, and then you connect. So this is it about your dart. So that is optional, so you can decide to do a dart, or you can decide not to do a dart. So guys, so this is it about the front. Okay, you can see how simple it is. So we'll go straight to the back. So guys, this is it for the front. So I'll be using the red marker pen for the back. Okay, so for our back, remember this is the center front. So for the back, we'll come in on our waistline 0.5. So here, that's ½ inch. I'll come in on my waistline ½ inch, and on this ½ inch I'll come up 1 inch. So I'll mark 1 inch up. Okay, so this, now I'll connect it to my waist. So this is my back waist. Okay, so this is it for the back waist. And then, so for my crotch line, I'll extend my line So I'm extending the line. So this is 12.5. Okay. So for my for the crotch now, so what I will do is to now I'll be coming, because this person's hip is hip 41, so I'll be doing 3.5. So I'll mark 3.5 from here, from this where my front hip, my front crotch ends. So from where my front crotch ends, I'll mark 3.5. So that's because the hip is about, so for hip 40, from hip 40 to about 42, 40, hip 40 to 42, you should do 3.5. So from hip 43 and above, you can do 4 inches, while hip 36 to 39, you do 2.5. Okay, my 3.5. And then on this my angle 45, you know, here we came in, well, after measure we got 1 inch. So for the back crotch it will be 1.5. So I will mark my 1.5 here. From this point here, I'll mark 1.5 on the same, the same angle 45 line. Okay, so this is a longer French curve. So I will connect from here, from this point here, this is my waistline, to my crotch here, then touching this part here, touching this my angle 45. So what you can do is you can start from here like this. Looking curvy, so you just try and look for a way to make it curvy. So just look for a way to connect this, and then okay, anyway, so this is it. So whatever you add on this, on the crotch line, is what you add on your knee line, is what you add on your hip, on your ankle line. So we added 3.5, so I'll add 3.5 here, so I'll add 3.5 here, and then I'll mark 3.5 here also. So I'll mark 3.5 here. So I'll my curve, my knee curve, and then I'll use my straight ruler. Okay. Want to also add your dart, you can just extend your line, your dart line up. You can extend your dart line up, or you create another dart. So what you do most time is to create another dart. So this is 9, so you get the midpoint. Okay, so you can see it's almost the same thing, so I can as well just extend this line here and then extend this. Okay, so this is it basically about your pants. Okay, so it's quite simple and straightforward. So like I said, the dart is optional. You can decide to pleat the dart. So when you are tracing your front, you know that this is your front, and then the black pen is your front. You trace this way, you stop here, and then you go down. Then you know that this is your dart. Your dart ends here. Okay, so what you can do is to notch this part so that you'll be able to use your chalk to trace it on your fabric. Okay, so our hip line remain the same for the front and the back. So for the front, the back, now when we are tracing the back, so we'll trace, like, we'll start up from here and then to our knee line and then to our ankle line. While for the front, while you continue from here and then you trace to this part and then to this part. Okay, so this is it basically. So yeah, so I forgot to add that you can come down here. So on this approach line now, you can come down 0.5 and then you can connect it from here. Lines doesn't have to be the same, 0.25. Okay, so you connect from here. So so this is it, guys. So now if you want to sew a short, so what you can do is you trace before you start tracing your back. You can trace out your front out, you can trace your front out. Also, you can also do this on your fabric directly. Okay, you can do this directly on your fabric. So once you cut your back, the front and the back is the same, you can just place your fabric and then just do this small alteration and then you cut directly on your fabric. So now I'll be altering this pattern. I'll be using it from this pattern. We'll be bringing out, we'll be cutting palazzo, we'll be cutting boot cuts, and we'll be doing 6 pieces panel trouser. So please guys, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss it when I post it. Okay, so but for this tutorial I'll be doing a short. So what I'll do is to trace from my waist to knee. So believe my waist to knee, but I don't want to end on the knee. I want to come down on my knee. By next thing I'll do is to mark my 2 inches. 2 inches, or let me come down 3 inches so it's not very short. So I'll come down 3 inches. And then I'll mark. So this is what I'll be cutting for this tutorial. Okay, so this is it. So my trouser is going to start from here. So I'll start tracing from my waist to this part and then here to this part. Okay, so I forgot to also add that, please, now we know we've added to our measurement already, so you can decide to add joining allowance. You can add 1 inch allowance. Okay, but remember to sew the 1 inch allowance, and then when you are cutting you can just add your joining allowance on this part. That's 0.5. okay, you can add your 0.5 down. So that will be.
Thank you guys for joining me. The next tutorial you'll be seeing after now will be me showing you how to alter this pattern into palazzo pant, boot cut, 6 pieces or panel, as well as how to sew it, right? So if you don't want to miss it, please subscribe to this channel and click on the notification bell. Thank you.